Now that I think about it, I'm concerned with how many single dad romances are on this list. Anyway, hello and welcome to what's most likely to be my last video of the year. This year was really weird to say the least. I read 112 books. They're just not finished yet, but I don't know if I'll have enough time to read anymore. In today's video, I'll be talking about my top 12 books of 2024, one for each month. I'm gonna go in order of months, so with no further delay, I say we get into it. In January, my top book was The Gram Effect by Elle Kennedy. This was really cute. This book follows Gigi and Ryder. They're both hockey players and they team up to help each other achieve their own goals. And yeah, so this is a hockey college romance. They start as rivals, but they eventually agree to a friends with benefits relationship. The moment of the first kiss between Gigi and Ryder was everything. This book has the forced proximity and forbidden romance tropes, and it also has the family trope, which I love. This book gave me so many flashbacks, it was heartwarming to read about the second generation because Gigi is actually the daughter of Garrett and Hannah from the Deal from the Off-Campus series. In February, my top book was obviously It's Complicated by Camilla Isley. These authors' books are a breath of fresh air. I'm not one to like the love triangle trope, but that way Camilla Isley wrote it was so well done. It doesn't feel like this book has that trope at all. Okay, so this book follows Laurie, Chase, and Aiden, and they are entangled in a love triangle. Laurie is in love with Aiden, and Chase is in love with Laurie. Aiden is getting married, so Laurie asks Chase to pretend to be her boyfriend for the wedding. This is my favorite book by this author so far. It was so good, I literally couldn't put it down. The banter and tension between both Laurie and Chase was absolutely amazing. You could feel it from the very beginning. This author never disappoints, and having a great time is guaranteed. It also has a lot of Taylor Swift references, so that's a win-win. In March, my top book was Hate Mail by Donna Marchetti. This author is a new favorite. She was born to be a writer. She delivered an awesome story with great banter. This one follows Naomi and Luca, who have been pen pals, exchanging letters since 5th grade. They eventually become friends, but one day communication stops abruptly. 2 years forward, Naomi receives a mysterious letter, and she's determined to find who Luca really is. So this is a childhood frenemies to lovers rom-com. I had the best time reading this book, couldn't stop reading it, and found myself eager to go back to it all the time. Such an exceptional and amazing debut novel. In April, my top book was Wild Love by Elsie Silver. This author is the queen of single dad romances. I love this book so much that I had to read it twice. This author writes such an amazing banter, and this book has a lot of great banter. It follows Ford and Rosie. They are childhood frenemies. He's a single dad and has been secret pining for her for ages, and she's the sister of his best friend. He opens a recording studio in a small town where they grew up, and she starts working for him. If you liked Heartless and Reckless from the Chestnut Spring series, you'll love this one as well. In May, my top book was The Problem with Players by Brittainy Cherry. This author's writing is beyond mesmerizing. This is a small town, sports, workplace, second chance romance with forced proximity, flirty banter, and mental health representation. It follows Avery and Nathan. She's a baseball coach and he's her assistant coach. This book has everything you can wish for in a rom-com, and it touches some deep topics that are not normally talked about and were approached very well done. In June, my top book was Whisky Business by Elliot Fletcher. This was my first time reading a book by this author, and it did not disappoint at all. I read this book in one sitting because I couldn't put it down. I absolutely adore this book. It centers around April and Malcolm, and it's set in a small town in Scotland. April is an actress returning to her hometown, and Malcolm is a master distiller working on April's family's whiskey distillery. This is a grumpy sunshine, frenemies to lovers, opposites attract romance, and it doesn't have a sad breakup. The chemistry and tension between April and Malcolm is outstanding, and the spicy scenes are the best ones I've read in a while. In July, my top book was Play Along by Tomforde. Oh my god. This author is such an amazing writer, and I love how she really knows how to build up a great storyline that will keep you addicted till the end. I'm absolutely obsessed with this series. This book follows Kennedy and Isaiah. She's an athletic trainer and he's a baseball player. He's been in love with her since they met, and one day they both get drunk and they accidentally get married in Vegas. Kennedy and Isaiah have an understanding connection since the very beginning. if you haven't read anything by Tomforde yet, take this as you sign to do it right away. In August, my top book was Daydream by Hannah Grace. Loving a book that you've been anticipating for a really long time is the best feeling. This book is heartwarming and wholesome, and it has to be the best friends to lovers book I've ever read. It follows Henry and Holly. He is the hockey captain and he's struggling with one of his classes, so Holly agrees to tutor him. They become friends and the rest is history. Just so you know, this is not a safe space for Hannah Grace haters. In September, my top book was Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. This book is another amazing work from Elsie Silver. Again, it feels like a mix between Heartless and Reckless. This book follows Skylar and Weston. She's a country music singer and he's a cowboy single dad. I don't usually love the celebrity trope, but I really liked and enjoyed this book more than White Love. Just the fact that there are 2 Silver books in this list should tell you all about how much I love everything she writes. In October, my top book was Monarch by Sophie Lark. This is officially my favorite book by this author. I think it's her best work yet. This is a romantic thriller set in a mysterious and spooky small town. It follows Elena and Atlas. Elena wants to leave her hometown at all costs, so she gets engaged to a random man. They move into Grimstone, which is this mysterious and spooky small town, and there they meet Atlas, who is the owner of the hotel they're staying in. This is an age gap romance with forced proximity, and the whole plot is really, really good. In November, my top book was Lost and Lassoed by Lassoed. Dare I say, this is my favorite book I read this year overall. This book follows Teddy and Gus. This is best friend's brother, love cowboy single dad romance. Now that I think about it, I'm concerned with how many single dad romances are on this list. Anyway, so some circumstances forced Teddy and Gus to work together for the summer. I've been waiting to read this couple's love story since the first book in the series. Their dynamic, their banter, everything was absolutely amazing. I'm not disappointed at all on how their story went. They're just my favorite couple from the series. And at last, in December, my top book was My December Darling by Lauren Asher. I never thought I would say this from a Lauren Asher book, but I love this book so much, and for it to be one of my top books of the year says a lot. I finished this book under a day. It was just the cutest love story ever. It follows Catalina and Luke. Catalina is a nurse who goes back home for the holidays and to attend her sister's wedding, where she's the maid of honor, and Luke is a doctor and the best man in said wedding. This book was really fun and endearing to read. So guys, this was my last video of the year. Thank you so much for watching my videos this year. I really, really appreciate it. And as always, I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe and to follow me on all my socials. We'll see each other on the new year. Happy 2025.